Hello everyone. In this video series, we will see how to calculate the vertical load carrying capacity of pile in different soil strata. In this video, we'll first see how to calculate the vertical load carrying capacity of pile in granular soil. So, we'll start this video. First of all, let us discuss what are the different methods to calculate the load carrying capacity of pile. So basically there are three methods as you can see here. First one is static analysis, second one is dynamic analysis, and third one is in situ tests. So static analysis is more common in use and the analysis is done based on the formulas given in IS 2911. And dynamic analysis is more useful to predict bearing capacity of driven piles in cohesionless soils, and it is not a common practice. And third one is in situ tests, and is often referred to as pile load test and is most reliable method, but its shortcoming is that it is expensive and is time consuming. Now let's see how to calculate the vertical load carrying capacity of pile in granular soils. So as per the formula which is given in IS 2911 part 1 section 1, so this is the formula which is given in IS 2911. So for QU, so QU is ultimate load carrying capacity of pile. So the formula of calculating the ultimate load carrying capacity of pile is AP multiplied by 0.5 T gamma n gamma plus PD NQ plus sigma from I is equals to 1 to n Ki PDI tan delta I into ASI. So let's see what these different terms mean. So AP is nothing but the cross sectional area of pile tip. So it is the cross sectional area of pile at the tip, at its tip. Then D is nothing but the diameter of pile shaft, and gamma is nothing but the effective unit weight of soil, and NQ and gamma are nothing but the bearing capacity factors. PD is effective overburden pressure at pile tip. Ki is coefficient of earth pressure of ith layer. PDI is similarly effective overburden pressure of ith layer. Delta I is angle of wall friction between pile and soil, and delta I is taken same as of angle of shearing resistance of soil, and ASI is nothing but the surface area of pile shaft in ith layer. As you can see here in the formula, first term gives us the end bearing resistance of the pile, and this second term gives us the skin friction resistance of the pile. So when we add the end bearing resistance and skin friction resistance of the pile, we get our ultimate load carrying capacity of the pile, which is QU. So as we saw earlier, Ki, which is coefficient of earth pressure of ith layer, its value in IS code is given in a range is given for its value, and that range is between 1 to 2. Normally an average value of 1.5 is taken for the calculation, and delta I is taken mostly it is taken same as the value of phi, which is angle of shearing resistance. Now we'll see a note regarding the calculation of effective overburden pressure. So maximum PD is nothing but effective overburden pressure at pile tip should correspond to critical depth, and for phi is equal to 30 degree, the critical depth may be taken as 15 times of D, which is 15 times of diameter, and for phi equal to 40 degree, this critical depth may be taken as 20 times of D, that is 20 times of diameter. Now we have based on the formula as I showed you earlier, we calculate the ultimate load carrying capacity of pile. Now to get the safe pile capacity or the safe load that pile can sustain, we use this, which is safe load carrying capacity of pile QS is equal to QU upon factor of safety. QU is nothing but the ultimate load carrying capacity calculated earlier, and factor of safety, when we divide QU by factor of safety, we get the safe load carrying capacity of pile, and a factor of safety of 2.5 is generally taken in our calculations. Now we'll see an example and see how to use this formula to get the safe load carrying capacity of pile. Let's see this example. Here the data given to us is that embedment depth of pile below ground level is 10 meter and diameter of pile shaft is 500 mm or 0.5 meter, and unit weight of surrounding soil is 10 kilonewton per meter square because the surrounding soil is in submerged condition, and angle of internal friction of the surrounding soil is 30 degree. So let's see stepwise how to solve this problem. So as per the formula given in IS 2911 that we saw earlier, this is the formula that we have to use to get the safe load carrying capacity of pile. Now see how to get the different values in this formula and then how to use those values to get the safe load of pile. So first we'll see AP, which is cross sectional area of pile at its tip, that is pi by 4 by d square. We already have the diameter which is 0.5, so we put these values and get the value of AP as 0.19625 meter square. D is already given to us 0.5 meter. Gamma effective unit weight is also given to us 10 kilonewton per meter cube. NQ, the value of NQ and N gamma is obtained based on the value of phi, which is angle of internal friction 30 degree. So basically a table is given in IS 6403 table number 1. In that, based on the value of phi, we have different values of NC, NQ and N gamma. So based on the value of phi, which is 30 degree, we get the value of NQ and N gamma from table 1 of IS 6403, these values. Now next is PD, which is effective overburden pressure. So as we discussed earlier, for phi equal to 30 degree, our critical depth will be 15 times of diameter. So at 15 times of diameter we calculate the effective overburden pressure. So effective overburden pressure is nothing but unit weight of soil multiplied by critical depth, which is 15d. So we multiply this to get effective overburden pressure as 75 kilonewton per meter square. Now Ki, as we discussed earlier, which is coefficient of earth pressure, it generally lies between 1 to 2, so we take an average value of 1.5 for our calculation. Now PDI, which is effective overburden pressure in ith layer, we generally, so in this what happens is that a triangle is formed. So if we are calculating effective overburden pressure from top of pile to the tip of pile, so at top the value of overburden pressure is 0, and at the tip, which is at the uh, critical depth, its value is 75. So here it is 75, here it is 0, so we take an average value of 0 and 75 to get the PDI. So same thing is shown here, so we get 37.5. Now delta is taken as same as phi value, so tan delta I will be tan 30, which is 0.5773. Now ASI is surface area of pile, which is pi into d into L. So we put all the values and get the value of surface area of pile as 15.7 meter square. Now we put all the values in the equation of ultimate QU, and we get the value of QU as 281.815 plus 509.82 will get the final value of QU as 791.643 kilonewton. So this is our end bearing resistance and this is our skin friction resistance. So now we assume a value of factor of safety as 2.5, and we obtain the value of safe load carrying capacity of pile by dividing ultimate load carrying capacity by its factor of safety. So as you can see here, the value of safe load that pile can carry is 316.65 kilonewton. In next video we'll see how to calculate the vertical load carrying capacity of piles in cohesive strata. Thank you. I hope this video was helpful to you.